Are you often distracted by the things of this world? From social media to world news, it can be a lot. Solitude and peace is often what I seek. A quiet place to pay attention to my surroundings. That's one of the many reasons I take my art on the go. It's a time for me to heighten my creativity. Taking my art out of the studio and into nature is part of my art routine. I take a few on-the-go supplies and spend an hour or two by myself. Nobody sees a flower, really. It is so small, it takes time. We haven't time, and to see takes time. Art on the go gives me that time to stop and notice my surroundings. The details is what I see. Details matter. To take note of shape, line, form, to slow down and encounter life. Otherwise, I fear it will pass me by. I usually have an idea of where I want to go. I try to be intentional about going somewhere I enjoy, like a garden to draw flowers or a park to draw some trees. If I'm lucky, I'll find something unexpected to draw or paint. Art on the go reduces stress. Now, I'm honestly a little nervous taking a trail by myself, but I've learned over time how to find a place to relax. Once I find this place, I can hone in and focus on the details around me, and that drawing and painting is so good for my soul. I can breathe in deep and breathe out slowly, allowing the stress to dissipate. I feel less tension, and I'm just free to be. Several years ago, I read a book by Richard J. Foster called Celebration of Discipline. 'Discipline. 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 ' there was a whole chapter about solitude. I was able to pull so much great information from this one chapter, and I've been able to apply it to my life. He says we can cultivate an inner solitude and silence that sets us free from loneliness and fear. Loneliness is inner emptiness. Solitude is inner fulfillment. There is a solitude of the heart that can be maintained at all times. If we possess inward solitude, we do not fear being alone. We know that we are not alone. In the midst of the noise and confusion, we are settled into a deeper inner silence. He says we must come to understand and experience the transforming power of silence if we are to know solitude. Art on the go doesn't always have to be a place of solitude. However, it does help you to focus in on the details and really take in your surroundings. Oftentimes I've taken my sketchbook to the beach or to an urban setting, or someplace where there's a little more hustle and bustle. But I can say that I really enjoy the times that I set aside just to spend some time with my art and pray and think about things and maybe journal or read a book. I think it's good to mix it up a bit and not always do the same thing, so that you do experience new things along the way, new experiences that you can add to your sketchbook. My sketchbook is full of different memories and things, places that I've been. I have a whole video that I've talked about this before. I'll link it in this video so that you can go check it out. But a sketchbook is really for you to practice and grow and discover and play and try new things. And so really, when you take your art on the go, it can be anywhere. It can be a cafe, a park, take it on vacation when you go with your family. But for this video, I really wanted to take you on an adventure and a journey of just being in a quiet place and finding solitude with yourself and with your art, with your thoughts, and even thinking and connecting with God, with nature, and with the creation around us. Have you ever heard the expression, filling the well, stocking the pond? That's what I often think about when I am out and about. When I take my art on the go, it's a time for me to connect to my creativity. But beyond that, it's also a time for me to do other things like journal or read a good book. Currently, I am reading a book about historical fiction, which is my favorite genre. I'm reading The Things We Cannot Say by Kelly Reimer, and I've really enjoyed it. I've learned so much about World War II by reading these books. It's not even funny. Like, I think our history teachers back in high school should have been passing out these books to read. The authors do such a great job of doing their research so that everything does align with historical facts. And although the characters are fiction, you really do learn what it was like to live in that time and in that place. And I just really connect with that. So I also find these times of solitude to pick up and read a couple chapters of my book as well. It also fills my well, and it helps me to kind of stock away some ideas, you could say, that would inspire my art later on. Cultivating this time for myself to just get away and focus on my art practice is so important to me, and I do make it a priority. I hope that you can find some time to also make it a priority in your art practice.